All right, it is no secret the Democratic Party is struggling. The latest survey from Navigator Research, which says its mission is to, quote, develop winning progressive messages. It found a whopping 70% of voters in swing congressional districts believe the Democrats are too focused on political correctness. 51% believe that they are the elitist party. I've been saying this forever. Republican Party has become the party of working men and women. They are the coastal elites, the party of coastal elites. And, of course, they could call in some outside help, someone like our friend Stephen A. Smith, to take a look at, let's take a look at what he had to say on The View, that hard-hitting news show, the ladies of The View, last week. Take a look.
Because in the end, if you think about him being impeached twice, 34 felony counts or 34 felony convictions, and they still elected him president, it's not about him winning. It was an indictment against the Democratic Party and what the Democratic Party was offering to American citizens. We might sit up there and talk about, hey, you should be a party for the working class, which the Democratic Party was once known for. They're not known for that right now. Why? Because their message was catering towards others and towards other issues, and they forgot about the people that brought them there, that elevated the Democratic Party to what it was over these last few decades. That's why they lost. He didn't win.
Well,
the Democrats lost.
People.
Yeah, they wouldn't even stand or clap for no tax on tips, Social Security, or overtime. That's for working men and women. It was more. He's the star of ESPN's First Take, Stephen. Okay. That background is your background. You can't help yourself. You are loving this attention. Oh, is Stephen A. running for president? I'm not going to fuel the fire by putting the White House behind me on a television hit.
Sean Hannity, all I have to say is this. God bless you. And God bless.
God bless you, too. God bless America.
Absolutely. Right. What's up, man?
I appreciate
What's up?
You're not running for president. I don't care what. You make too much money. You're not doing it. I don't believe it.
That's true.
You said you're not going to run, but you gave me a political answer. All right, let me ask you this. So you're never going to convince the ladies of The View. You're never going to convince this party to stop. They had a chance to stand up for women's sports last week. They didn't do it. They have a chance to stand against for the safety of Americans over the rights of illegals. They're not going to do it. They're going to shut down the government or threatening to shut it down this week. That's your party, Stephen A. It's been radicalized. Well, and why you remain a part of it, I don't know.
Well, first of all, I don't consider myself a part of the Democratic Party. I'm very ashamed of what I've seen from them over the last several years, and I've stated that in front of your face and that of many others on many occasions. I thought that the behavior of not all, but some of the Democrats during Trump's speech to both houses last week was disgraceful. I thought that Representative Green...
Wait a minute. So hold on a second. Let me challenge you. Some? Yes. Who stood for the First Lady? Who stood for Laken Riley's mother? Who stood for Jocelyn Nungaray?
No, I'm sorry. I was just talking about Representative Green getting put out and then censored. I was talking about them not standing for Lincoln Riley. I was talking about them not standing for the young boy that was a cancer patient. I mean, my God, it's just absolutely pathetic. But I didn't see several of the representatives, for example, Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, he would sit there and what have you and conduct himself professionally. Unfortunately, we didn't
see that from too many people.
I don't know who the hell can... That's fair, but I don't know who the hell came up with the dancing videos. I don't know who the hell came up with, 22 representatives at the same time saying the same message, nothing innovative, nothing authentic whatsoever. It was just the same old, same old. It was an absolute disgrace. I don't know who came up with that. Then you have to take into consideration some of the other things that we were seeing from them. And in the end, it just shows how detached they are. But here's why there is hope, Sean Hannity, and I'm going to tell you why there's hope. Because you got people like me, and I don't think that I'm alone, that's ready to purge the damn party. What we've been seeing from them, it doesn't resonate. It's not working any longer. We're not falling for the okie doke. We're not buying what they're selling. And at the end of the day, they've got to stand up, step up, and show that they're ready to do the job that folks sent them to the nation's capital to do. And that's work with whatever administration is in office. I know they don't like the fact that Donald Trump is in office, but the 47th president of the United States of America, his name is Donald Trump. And as you have told me on many occasions, if nothing else, the man is all about making deals. Find deals that he's willing to make. and make
Do
it
you
happen.
want to say? Do you want
Figure
to
it
admit
out.
that I was right? Was I right about Zelensky? And I'm going to be right about these trade deals. He's going to be successful there too.
Well, first of all, I didn't say you were wrong. And see, this is how you misquote me and misrepresent me to your audience right there. All the conservatives out there who actually love me. I don't know if you noticed, but they got love for me.
They don't love you.
You don't pay attention. You're not telling the truth about what happened. I thought he was going to end up being right about Zelensky because Zelensky Trump was right. He didn't have the cards. As I had said on the Stephen A. Smith show, you don't have any cachet. I just didn't like the way he acts. See, what you do is you know the end result because you communicate with him all the time. You got inside information. The problem is the American public out there doesn't know what you know. We have to lean on his behavior, the things that he says, and it scares the living hell out of people. And you laugh about this. You have a good time because you know that at the end of the day, you're going to be right. No. You actually sit back and wait for these people to say these things on these other networks.
You have no idea. I talk to you. You only know what I talk to you. But look, this is now
just know how connected you are. I know how connected you are.
The Democrats are going to, show up with the little bingo paddles. They won't stand for mothers that lost their children, or a 12-year-old young man that beat his battle with cancer. What a great, or the wife of a slain officer. All right, so they got their bingo paddles. They won't even stand for working men and women. No tax on tips, Social Security, no tax on overtime. I used to be a working man and woman, if you will. I was the forgotten man, if you will. I worked in the service industry and restaurants. I worked in construction. You know my background.
Here's the problem. One of the many problems with the Democratic Party, outside of not being known as the party that caters to the working class, outside of being known as the party that leans so far left, you made Trump seem normal. Outside of all of those things, here's the ultimate crime that's going on. They're literally sitting up on Capitol Hill, not all, but most of them, they're the party. They're literally sitting up on Capitol Hill acting like their only job is to be in opposite of Donald Trump in every way, shape, form, and fashion. That's not going to get them the midterms. That's not going to help them regain the White House. It's fool's gold. And somebody needs to tell them. I'm trying to tell them. I don't think I'm alone, but when the conservatives like yourself and various others are uttering this stuff, it pains me to say, you're right, and they better do something about it because in the end, and Lord help them if the tariff situation works in Trump's favor, they're really not going to have a leg to stand on then. Lord help them if that happens.
Let me tell you, I think one of the most vicious, vile things that is happening now is what they're doing to Elon Musk. Do you think, is one thing bad that this guy's done in your mind? One thing that deserves assassination attempts and shooting at his dealerships and burning his charging stations and boycotting and trying to hurt his business, and all he's done is saved American taxpayers hundreds of billions? You agree that that's a good thing, right?
Well, I agree that that's a good thing, but let's be very clear about something here. We never condone violence. We never condone miscreants.
Kamala did.
Well, I'm not. Well, damn it, I'm not. I can tell you that much. No, that people don't have any business acting way. But I will say this. You have to appreciate and understand he's not an elected official, nor is he somebody that had to go through Senate confirmation hearings or anything like that. So when you see what he's doing, you have people looking at him and leaning on the power of Donald Trump, and it scares them. It scares them. They're scared.
No, I'm scared.
That's what it is.
I'm so woke. I'm triggered. Let me go.
Well, everybody don't know martial arts like you. How about that? Everybody don't know martial arts like you, Sean Anderson.
There you go.
Okay.
You wouldn't. By the way, I don't know what happened. What was up with LeBron? He was getting in your grill. What was that?
He thought that I was insulting his son when in fact that is not what I was doing.
Grow up.
I was getting on him because he had gone through so many things to make have his son in the NBA, and he was bringing unnecessary attention on his son prematurely. In my estimation, he didn't like that, so he confronted me. It's his prerogative. He didn't put his hands on me. That's all that matters. He can feel whatever way he wants to feel. I'm going to do my job. I cover sport. That's what I'm going to do.
I would have had your back if I was there. I'm just saying.
I had plenty of people to have my back. It wasn't necessary, but I appreciate it.
I would have had your back. All right. By the way, don't get used to that building behind you. It's not going to happen.